Hello, 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 beautiful unicorns. How you guys are doing today? Happy Thursday. I almost thought it was Friday because I wanted to do a video on Friday and I thought I'm just gonna go on and do a video today and I realized it's Thursday. So happy Thursday. How is your Thursday going? It's a wet one here. It's raining. And I thought I'd hop on for a few minutes and chat with you a little bit about change. And I understand how difficult and scary it can feel when we are either deciding that we want to change something or actually taking action on changing whatever it is that we want to change in our life. And with the new year approaching, pretty much the whole world, as far as I'm aware, loves the New Year resolution. I don't know about you, but I love New Year resolutions. For me, they happen on weekly basis as opposed to just waiting for January to start and then say, today is the day that my life becomes the life that I want it to be. It doesn't exactly happen like that. I know we want it to be like that, and we want it to feel like that, and we want it to happen like that, just to wake up January 1st and everything is new and different. But the problem with that is that you are still the same. So if you haven't changed, but everything else in your life has changed, you're going to go through a huge adjustment period to adjust to the new world that you have just awakened to or into. So, and one thing I will also say is change is the only constant in life. It really is, right? And if we want things to change, we got to do something about it. Things are not going to change on their own. So what is it that you want to change in your life and about your life? It can be anything. It really can be anything. It can be something really small. Maybe perhaps you want to start with a tiny little habit that you want to change or have in your life. It can be as simple as, I want a quick drink of coffee, right? And perhaps drink tea instead, or drink water instead. Or maybe you want to start drinking water, more water every day. I know I do. But at the end of the day, here's a little exercise you can do. You can sit down and write down a list for yourself of what do you want to change in your life. And then pick one thing from that list. And then figure out of what you can do today, right after you're done writing the list, right after you pick what it is that you want to change in your life. What are you going to do about it today, and start today? Because if you want the new you in the new year, you got to start now. So that way when the new year rolls out, you are already quarter of the way there. Is it a quarter? It's a little bit less than a quarter now, isn't it? Yeah. So, and then the other thing I'm also here to share with you guys is actually an opportunity for those that are wanting to take themselves and their life to the next level. I am actually, and you'll see this going around as well on my social media accounts, I'm going to start group coaching January 4th, which is going to be a Monday, which gives you a weekend to kind of get over your hangover because January 1st falls on a Friday, which will give a long weekend, I guess, to most people. So if you really want to change your life and figure out who you are and what do you really want, and figure out how you can live your life authentically, because if you haven't noticed by now, this is exactly what I'm here for. It all really comes down to living life authentically. That means being yourself, showing up as yourself 111% of the time in any and every situation and experience as yourself. That's what we all want, isn't it? not pretending to be someone we're not holding back who we are because we feel guilty or ashamed or worry about how it might make the other person feel, because sometimes we're too much. I'm speaking of myself right now because this is something that I've been told by some people, that I'm too much. I tone it down a little bit. Oh, I'm not your cup of tea. Go find your cup of tea. There's so many teas out there. Go drink your cup of tea. Maybe you're not even a tea drinker. Maybe you want coffee. So I drink coffee. So maybe you want a different type of coffee. There's so many varieties of coffees you can make as well. I mean, honestly, if I'm not your cup of tea, you wouldn't be here watching. And that's what you can have as well. So in saying that, if you want, like I said, if you want to work on yourself, invest in yourself financially and time-wise, right? And commit to yourself and put yourself first. Because I'll tell you, that's the greatest gift I had given myself. And I will forever be proud of myself for doing that, for saying yes to myself and investing in myself and in my education and knowledge and all that it had helped me to do and become, and brought me to this moment right here now, which allowed me to, honestly, I can't even begin to tell you what it allowed me to do. Some of you already know. Some of you know me personally, many different ways, shapes, and forms. Some of you might have been following me for a while, and you have seen where I was, where I came from, and how I have gotten to where I am with a little bit that I have been sharing, because a lot of it I haven't actually been sharing. I've been collecting it so I can share it later. And then I realized, like, why am I collecting it? Why am I not just coming on here and sharing with you guys? So yeah, but the effects that this program, so what I'll do is actually I had shared the webinar that I did on the program that I had taken called The Love Being in the group earlier on. I believe it was in July, but I will share it down below in the comments as well. So those of you that are really interested and want to know what is it that I am offering when it comes to group coaching, and what can you expect to learn and to go through in the group environment, it will be part of it. A very small part of it will be in here, but for the most part, I have a separate group for those that buy the program. So the program is actually a physical program, which you will see in the webinar as well, and you would need to order it by November 27th. You'll see a little I guess picture, flyer, whatever we want to refer to it, that will be posted later on my social account. So you will see the start date and by when you need to order the program. So that way you have it right then and there and ready to start January 4th, which will come with live calls once a week. And yeah, led by me and asking questions and working together in the group environment. You will get to connect with like-minded people who are on the same journey as you. And honestly, anyone that has gone through this program has experienced dramatic changes in their life, in practically every area of their life. Which again, I'm not gonna go into details. Highly recommend watching the webinar if you are even a little bit curious, even if there's a tiny little curiosity. If you're like, I'm not sure, should I watch it, should I not, and you're tiny bit curious, watch it and then decide, right? I'm not here to convince you, but what I'll do right now is this little book of unconventional wisdom that I got. This was, I call it the little IPEC Bible, because this is the school that I went through, the training program for coaches, core energy coaches. And that just means working from within, right? Because nothing external can really change what goes on internally for us. We can have all the money in the world, we can have all the stuff in the world, we can have fancy hair, we can have all of these things that we want externally, but it doesn't actually create the changes internally, because those are very short lasting. I'm sure you'll agree, because you might have experienced that. Get a new haircut. Oh, I feel awesome. I feel so sexy. I look awesome. And then a week goes by, 2 go by, completely forget about the haircut, right? But the stuff that happens inside, that's the stuff we never forget. And it stays with us. So I'll quickly read what this little book says. I won't be reading all of them to you guys, because this is meant to be for us and not exactly shared. So I will still be sharing it with you, because I believe it is important and it is beautiful the way that it has been put together. So I'll just be reading it, because I don't know it off top of my head yet. One day I will, but until then. So it says, it begins with, the only constant is change. All of us are immersed in change. It is empowering to realize that we are all living in constant state of flux, and that is a normal process in life. Realizing this helps us accept change as a process in which we are involved, instead of trying to control which we cannot. When you understand that the only constancy in our life is change, you can let go of the need for control and allow life to flow. Assist others by helping them realize that they always have a choice in how they experience change. Remind them that their choice is not in stopping change, but in how they deal with it. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm sure though most of you have heard this one. Isn't it just beautiful? I start my day reading one of these. I'll show you my bookmark, because I was like, oh my God, I love this bookmark. So my bookmark is a flower that my son actually picked outside on one of our walks, and I put it in the book and let it dry, and that's my bookmark. So this is just one of those unconventional wisdoms that's in the book. Can you imagine what the rest of them are? And you actually get to learn most of them through the Law of Being program. So there we go. I think, shared pretty much everything. I know there's more that I wanted to say and share, but at the moment, it's not really coming through. I feel complete right here and now. How do you feel? And what are you going to do about how you feel? Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time.